How much thought do you put into the kind of food you buy? Do you go for the stuff that's organic or processed? And is it truly organic? What does that even mean? You probably spend days, if not weeks, deciding what type of cell phone to buy. You look at the specs, the way the phone looks, and how it feels, but when you buy apples at the grocery store, are you doing the same? Well, you should be, because the food you're buying in the grocery store might not be as healthy as you think it is. Here's how to find the healthiest food, according to science. You may be one of those people who only buy food that has an organic sticker on it. But even if it does have the sticker, it might not be truly organic. We typically think of organic as food without pesticides, GMOs, or any of that bad stuff we're not supposed to be eating. But technically, organic food can contain certain pesticides. Would you like to get back to eating how our ancestors used to? Well, finding the right type of organic food can be difficult. A surefire way to know your food is the healthiest it can be is to get it from a regenerative farm. What's a regenerative farm? Well, for starters, it's a much more environmentally friendly farming solution. You see, traditional agriculture produces billions of tons of greenhouse gases, from livestock exhaling carbon dioxide to farming machinery burning fossil fuels. One of the best examples of regenerative farming comes from Nutrition for Longevity. Nutrition for Longevity uses ancient farming practices that mimic the natural cycles of Mother Nature. They combine these with modern techniques to create optimal growth and pest prevention while having high yields. These techniques reduce water usage by more than 20,000 gallons per acre. This is because they never till their soil. It might sound strange at first, but tilling soil actually eliminates essential organic matter. It can also disrupt microorganisms that live in the soil and help plants grow. These methods reduce soil erosion by more than 700%, freeing the farm from reliance on unnatural fertilizers, pesticides, or herbicides. Nutrition for Longevity also practices regular crop rotations. This sees multiple fruits and vegetables growing in the same soil area throughout the year. In traditional farming, growing the same crop on the same soil will see the soil losing valuable nutrients over time. Rotating crops keeps the soil healthy. Another method of keeping crops happy is known as aquaponics. It's a natural cycle where fish and plants work together to grow each other, and it doesn't involve any soil or fertilizers. It works like this. Wastewater from the fish is used to water the plants. The dirty water is filled with valuable nutrients that the plants soak up to eat. After this, the water is then filtered through the plant, cleaned, and transferred back down to the fish. It's an endless cycle, and it uses 90% less water than traditional agriculture. Farming this way produces over 300 varieties of nutrient-rich fruits and vegetables. All this while farming for a better environment. It produces far less greenhouse gases, emissions, and keeps the soil and crops as natural as possible. You don't even need to go to the grocery store. Food like this can be delivered to your door within 48 hours. And if you think this is all just talk, look around the world to see how it works. There are places around the world known as blue zones. These are small communities located in countries like Italy and Japan, whose citizens often live past 100 years of age. Many researchers think that this is due to their diet, which is 95% plant-based. They eat vegetables, legumes, and whole grains. And they rarely eat meat, typically less than 5 times a month. Eating fewer calories may also lead to a healthier life. A blue zone community in Okinawa, Japan uses the 80% rule, meaning they only eat until they're 80% full, rather than being 100% full or overeating. This rule prevents you from eating too many calories, which will reduce weight gain and chronic diseases. It often seems these days that organic, farm fresh, and all these other words don't mean anything, but they're actually more important than ever. A study from the Cauchy Institute found that in America between 1975 and 1997, calcium, iron, vitamin A, and vitamin C levels in various vegetables all decreased by over 20%. This means that, in general, the food we eat today isn't as healthy as it once was. Much of it is now pumped full of GMOs and sprayed with chemicals, leading to things like cancer and obesity. Though our food is lasting longer and getting bigger and less expensive, we're sacrificing our health. So, be mindful of what you put in your body. After all, it's the only one you've got. Take care of it by eating a plant-based diet. If you do, you may live to be 100. And that means you'll be able to watch way more how-tos right here on According to Science.